Alright, if you guys watched yesterday's video, you would know we worked on the Black Z. We got on the road, we got it all good to drive, and I drove home last night. First real test drive. It's really good. We've driven it before, but nothing more than like 3 miles. I live like 14 miles away, I think it is, maybe a little bit less. So, she did great. This car gets a lot of looks. I love this car. I mean, this is a great car. Very happy with the car. Okay, I'll shut the hell up. So, this is what's going on today. I don't really know. But I know we're gonna do one thing. B-Hall is convinced that he's gonna be able to blend this engine bay. I didn't want to repaint this engine bay. It just wasn't worth it to me. Whatever. This side's pretty clean. As you can see, I've got my gross brackets, but whatever. It's clean. This side, on the other hand, had some rust. So we sanded the rust away. I put neutralizer on it, which is now black. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the paint store. We're gonna get a can of spray paint to match the engine bay. Now, you can get this done at a lot of places. I know Napa, a lot of Napas will do it. Some advanced autos will do it. And just a lot of paint stores in general will do it. They'll take your paint coat or give them something to scan and they can put that color into a spray can. It's kind of expensive, but if you want to paint something small, like a trim piece, maybe a spoiler or a front lip, and you want to match your existing paint coat at least as best as you can, they could whip it up in a can. I think it's like 20 to 30 bucks, which is crazy, but it gets the job done. So let's head out to Paint World and get that all set. We're gonna take the Saturn. There's some big speed bumps there. Yeet! Here we go. 25 bucks. Hopefully this doesn't suck. We'll find out. In preparation, I deneutralized the rust over here, but B-Hall reminded me that if there's rust on top, that means there's probably rust on the bottom. So if you look right here, which it's pretty freaking dark, if there's a rust on the seam right there. And no more rust. So we're gonna add some neutralizer to that just for safety safe, prime it, and then put some underbody on it. The rust neutralizer is all set. We're just gonna scuff it up a little bit so the rust doesn't continue or spread. So as you can see, there's like a lot of black residue and stuff all over this. I don't know what makes this, but it's really on there. So we're gonna clean all this up and get it ready for paint prep. It's so nasty. Man, I hope that looks cleaner on camera because I just spent a long ass time cleaning that thing. So now what we have to do is we have to prep the surface, and it's pretty gnarly, it's pretty pitted and everything. So we're gonna sand it with a pretty low grit. I think we're gonna start with a 180 and just sand this all away, get it nice and smooth. Sanding single stage paint is the nastiest thing ever. Look at this, it looks like I just had a whole bag of Cheetos. What's up, B-Hall? Hey! Alright guys, so we're jumping right into it. B-Hall's got off of work. So, we prepped the surface, got all sanded as you guys just saw. B-Hall went straight to laying down Bondo right away. So, we're putting the Bondo down where the rust kind of pitted the metal over the years, so it's going to be nice and smooth again.
I got to do one more coat up in here, and then we'll seam seal it. And we actually decided to get some rattle cans made so we can show you guys how, if you don't have a gun, you can do it at home and just wait and see how it comes out and see what you can do at home without an air compressor, without a gun, just with a custom made can at your local paint store. And we're gonna do it up for you guys.
I'm excited to see how this comes out because I'm nervous and I'm skeptical.
I'm using 120 just to knock most of it down. I'll finish it up with 180, and then we will prime it with a rattle can. So you'll see that in just a second.
B-Hall wants me to keep all the cool factory stickers, so he taped them up all pretty.
Comment if you have an E36 in the US and you got Japanese stickers, which you can't see right now because they're taped up, but later on when we unmask them, you'll see them, and then you can comment whether or not you have them.
Alright, so B-Hall's doing the final sanding on the Bondo, and then we're gonna seam seal it with some Dynatron.
We're gonna prime it first. We're not gonna seam seal it.
Yeah, we're gonna prime it first.
We're gonna prime it! Woo!
We're about to throw down some primer, so you guys know the motto: wrap it tight, or you ain't right. I think that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Everything's all taped up, ready to go. B-Hall, you ready to prime?
Yep.
I got it. Thanks. No, I got it. I get it. I'm helping.
That's a funny stroke right there.
Here you go, Scooby.
All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, you shouldn't really dry your primer with a heat gun, but we're doing it. Let it flash first if you're gonna do this, though. Let it make it so it doesn't look wet before you ever start using one of these things. How you doing?
Is this more for the paint to stick or more for it to look smooth?
Both.
Beautiful. What do you think?
Looks fire. Good job, B-Hall.
All right, B-Hall. What's happening next?
I'm gonna try out this seam sealer that we just got.
Master of the caulk, Brian Hall.
That's basically.
That looks pretty good. Dude, that's gonna be
Bitchin'.
Yeah, close enough.
Say it. All right. Good enough.
All right, so this is my $27 spray paint color match. What's the technique of blending?
But I mean, we're just gonna let it kind of feather itself out, and
So the key is to kind of like paint the area, then kind of overspray it a little bit into the next.
yeah, right. Just make a larger area of paint so that
It blends.
it blends a little bit.
One hour later.
Has it been that long?
Look at that, dude. I'm gonna have to really clean the crap out of this side, but it matches like pretty spot on. Are we demasking?
I'm demasking carefully.
That does look awesome. If I polish this up real nice over here, it matches pretty good.
So if you want to use a rattle can on your engine bay, do it. It's your engine bay.
Well, there it is, guys. Turn your duffed engine bay into a
Rough engine bay.
super happy on how it came out. I was getting really deterred by it before just because it's not that bad, the engine bay, but we had those two major freaking chunks missing on this side, and B-Hall somehow managed to throw it all together for a couple hours of work and about $40 worth of product. And as you guys can see, it did blend quite easily, but of course, give it like a week or two when we get more stuff in it, and you probably won't even notice, and I'm pretty excited about it. So we're tired, so we don't even know what to say next. So we're gonna end it today, so you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and B-Hall,
Have a great freaking night.
So this is a boost controller, and essentially what this does is the vacuum line that goes to your wastegate. The wastegate is basically what helps control boost off of your turbo. This goes in between it, and what this does is all this is a little valve, and it restricts airflow to the wastegate, tricking your car into thinking it's not at a pressure that it is, so your wastegate opens later, which then creates more boost. Now you can get the same results by just putting a restrictor in the system. Now this, a lot of you guys might notice, is a wire tip for a MIG welder. It's literally the piece that's inside the gun. Now essentially what this is going to be a boost jet. Now they do this on a lot of older tunes. I feel like I haven't heard a boost jet kit in a long time, but a lot of the old cars, especially when you buy a pre-tuned ECU, they'll come with these that basically lock your car out at a certain boost, and we're gonna try it out. So this is a .030 wire diameter in the inside. I'm pretty sure that's in inches, so we're gonna put this in the system and see how much it restricts it and see how much boost that gives us. It might be too little, might be too much. We'll find out. Here's the line that goes to our wastegate. It's nice and short. We're gonna cut it. We're just gonna shove this in between it. This looks a little ugly, but I'll clean up later. I just want to see how well this works and see how much boost we get from that. Alright guys, check it out. The MAF plug actually just fell off. I cut the zip tie and forgot. But luckily, Justin's shop is like right there. It's right next to my shop, so this is why I picked this route. So when I break down, I can just putt in the Justin's shop. Let's try it out again. Now it's topping up at 5 PSI. Watch, you'll pull that, you'll see the boost. Pull like very smoothly into 5, it'll just cut off. So I don't know, let's pull the line off the wastegate and see what happens. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna try open wastegate and see what happens. So having an open wastegate should basically allow the wastegate spring into the turbo to stay shut, which means my car will push as much boost as it can possibly make. Oh, alright. That was 11 pounds. It just must be, it's probably just the boost jet wasn't small enough. I thought it would be like too small, so, damn. Alright guys, so clearly my wastegate isn't broken. It's just, I guess we weren't restricting enough air to the wastegate to really do anything. So what we're gonna be doing is putting a smaller boost jet in. So this one is a 0.023 instead of 0.03. This is for a smaller wire, so we're gonna put this in and see if that does it. Hey, come on, 12 PSI. Nope, just 5. Man, I suck. Well, that didn't work, and clearly I suck, but I'm leaving it in. You know why? Because it usually works. This works on every car I've done it on, but not now. Trust me, it does work. I don't know why my wastegate's being weird, but whatever. I guess it's just a stupid sensitive wastegate, but if you do the mid-wire tip technique, be careful on your first pull because you could overboost and you gotta be careful. But they sell different inner diameters and that will restrict it different levels and of course give you different boost numbers, which it should. Not in my case because my car is being dope though and I suck, but you get the point. Now where the heck is B-Hall?